Hi everyone, welcome to week 7 of our Seated Fit and Fantastic with me, Rachel. Today I'll be teaching you 3 routines, a strength exercise, a balance exercise, a new game activity, and to finish we'll do a cool down and a stretch. Are you ready? Let's get fit and fantastic. So let's hip walk forward for our warm up. Feet nice and flat on the floor, tummy muscles pulled in, our backs nice and tall. Let's start with a heel and a toe. If you can, pull that toe back as far as is comfortable and then repeat on the other foot. Lovely. And then we're going to take one arm up to the side and the other arm up, followed by 2 arms together. Lovely. And then we're going to play the saxophone. So we're going to give our fingers a bit of a workout and we're going to play our saxophone while skiing. So, but we've done that before. We're going to take our arms down and up, down and up and down, and then we're going to change the opposite side. It's just a slight lean forward as your arms go backwards. Fabulous. And then to finish, we're going to go into a jogger's walk. So we're going to work through the feet as we change from one to the other. And if we can, we're going to add in a little clip as well. But if you just want to do the feet, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you really work through the whole foot, getting it nice and warmed up. Okay, let's give it a go. Okay, sitting nice and tall, feet nice and flat on the floor, into our heel and toe.
I'm forever blowing bubbles.
Change legs.
Pretty bubbles in the air.
To our arms.
They fly so high.
And the other one.
Nearly reach the sky.
2 together.
Just like my dreams. They fade and die.
Back to our feet.
Fortune's always hiding.
Change legs.
I've looked everywhere.
And back to this leg.
I'm forever blowing bubbles.
And change.
Pretty bubbles in the air.
Okay, let's play on the saxophone. Other side. Jogger's walk. Just do the feet if you want to. Back to our saxophone. And change. Into jogger's walk. Then go back to our heel and toe.
I'm forever
Little arm if you
blowing
wish.
bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the air.
And one arm goes up
They fly so high.
and the other arm.
Nearly reach the sky.
2 together
Just like my dreams.
and repeat.
They fade and die.
Heel and toe.
Fortune's always hiding.
Change legs.
I've looked everywhere.
Change again.
I'm forever blowing bubbles.
And change.
Pretty bubbles in the air.
Back to our saxophone.
Pretty bubbles in the air.
Good job, everybody. Okay, let's hip walk forward for our next routine. Feet flat on the floor, close together for this one, and backs nice and tall. So we're going to start off with a heel, toe, shuffle, out, and then back in, and then repeat with the other foot. Now on carpet it can be a bit tricky, so you need to try and lift our heel and our toe as high as we can. Lovely. Then we're going to do 3 marches and a clap, repeat, and then just a march with a swinging arm. Lovely. Then we're going to go into a swim. So we're going to swim forwards first of all, taking your arms just as high as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to take it backwards. And when we go backwards, it's just as if we're combing our hair. Lovely. And our final move for this one, we're going to be playing our saxophone. And as we play, we're going to swing down to one side, like so. And then we're going to repeat to the other side. Giving these fingers a workout as well. Let's give it a go. So start with some heel lifts. Into our heel toe shuffle. And back in. Other foot. And back in. Into 3 and a clap. And then a march. Back to our heel toe shuffle. Other foot. And back in. 3 and a clap. And a march. Let's go into a swim. And backwards. Back to our feet. We can add a little arm. And back in. Other foot. Getting that coordination going. 3 and a clap. And a march. Let's play our saxophone. Using these tummy muscles. And getting these fingers some exercise as well. And the other side again. Lovely, back to our feet. And back in. Other foot. Into 3 and a clap. And a march. 3 and a clap. 1, 2, 3. Great job, everyone. Well done. Right, let's hip walk forward. Get into our good posture. So we're going to start this one with 8 marches. And we're going to do a heel, 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 heel. And repeat. March for 8. And then we're going to do a heel, a heel, a heel, a heel. Lovely. Then we're going to wave our arms overhead for 4. And we're going to take this one, big stretch, and then this one, big stretch, and repeat. Wave, 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 big stretch, big stretch. Now obviously just take your arms as far as comfortable. If you just want to do a little stretch, that's absolutely fine. Or as I say, you can take it into a big stretch and really open that chest up. Lovely. And then we're going to do some heel digs and some bicep curls as well. So we're going to work our arm muscles at the same time. Lovely. Let's give it a go. Let's start with some heel raises. March. Heel dig. If you can do some arms as well, just a natural swing. Lovely. And again. Let's get this heart rate up. March again. Heel dig. We're going to wave our arms overhead. And a big stretch. And the other one. Arms overhead. Big stretch. Back to our marches. Heel dig. Then we can lift your knees a little bit higher. That'll be brilliant. Or you can just keep them what's comfortable for you. Keep these backs nice and tall though. And keep these tummy muscles pulled in. Heel dig. Let's wave our arms. And big stretch. Roll. Little heels. We're going to do some bicep curls. If you want to slow this down, you can do. It's up to you how intense you want to work. Speed it up to finish. We're going to wave our arms overhead. And a stretch. And again. Wave. Please. Wave one more time. Stretch. Stretch. Wave last time. So for our strength exercise this week, we're going to work on our triceps, which are at the back of our arm. And it's important to work both biceps and triceps together to help develop the strength in our arms. And this exercise is good for if you want to pick up our heavy things, shopping bags, and also if we need to push open any heavy doors. And also, as I said before, for making the bed, because sometimes getting that duvet in the duvet cover can be really tiring work on these arms. So we're going to be using our stretchy band, but I've also got a bottle of water and I'll show you how we can use that as well. So if you put your band on the floor and if you can step both feet onto it, and we're going to just let go of one side. The side that we've got up, we're going to take hold of it as if we're walking the dog, holding our dog lead, so the dangly bit is out by our little finger. Now, when we have our arm down by our side, we need to make sure that it's not too baggy. Just need to pull it through a little bit so it's nice and tight. Make sure you're sitting at the front of your chair, feet nice and flat, and all we're going to do is just pull our arm backwards and then slowly release. And again, so take your arm backwards and release. And again, take it back and release. Lovely. We'll do 5 on this side, and then we're going to pick up the other side and have a go. Remember that it's dangly bit out by our little finger, so you need to get hold of it as if we're walking the dog. When we put our arm down, as you can see, it's a little bit slack. We're going to pull it a little bit tighter. Now, if you do struggle with the resistance, if it's too hard to pull back, then don't worry. Give yourself a little bit of bagginess in it, just to make it that little bit easier for you as you pull it back and release and pull back. Now make sure when you do this, don't take your arm out this way. It needs to stay as close to your body as possible. Lovely. Let me show you with a bottle of water. So it's the same idea. You're going to hold your bottle of water in your hand down by your side, and all you're going to do is just take your arm back and forward, back and forward. Do one more. Again, still nice and slow, just so you feel that stretch. Have a little rest and then see if you can do another 5 on each arm. Okay, so for our balance exercise this week, we're going to be standing, but we're going to have the support of our chair. If you want to do an alternative exercise, I can show you one seated in a moment. Remember, with our chair, if we're standing, we're not going to grab onto it too tight. We're not going to put all our weight onto it. It's just here for a bit of gentle support. So we're going to do some leg lifts today. So we need to start with our feet together, tummy muscles pulled in, standing up nice and tall. And all we're going to do is just lift our leg with our knee bent, hold it there for a couple of seconds, and then put it back down again. And repeat on the other leg. So lift it up, hold it there for a few seconds, and then back down. Now it's up to you however you're feeling. If you want to just do a little lift off the floor, that's absolutely fine. The higher you lift your knee, the more unstable it's going to make you, which obviously is going to help you work these muscles more. But if you want to just gradually build up by doing a little lift first, that's absolutely fine. And over the next few weeks, as you repeat these exercises yourself at home, you'll find that you'll be able to lift your leg a little bit higher. Now when you are getting a bit more confident, what you can do is as you lift your leg, you can try and take your hand off your chair if you want to use your other arm to help you balance you out. And then your chair is there. If you feel a bit of a wobble, your chair is there just to help catch you. So have a little go, do a few leg lifts, have a little rest, and then see if you can do a few more. And over the weeks, we need to aim to build up and see if we can increase the repetitions. Now this is a good exercise to do as well if you're in the kitchen and you're waiting for your kettle to boil, just holding onto the kitchen side and just stand there and just do a couple of leg lifts just while you're waiting for that kettle to boil. And all these little exercises just at little times of the day are going to just help increase your balance and your general mobility. Okay, so for our game this week, you're going to need a towel. So either a beach towel or a bath towel will be great. A hand towel might be a little bit too small. And if you've got a cuddly toy, you could use a cuddly toy. Or if not, we've got some rolled up newspaper as well, which does the job just as well. Okay, so Emily, if you keep hold of that end of the towel, and I'll get hold of my end. We're going to start off with a cuddly toy. So you're going to choose one to put in the middle? Okay. Now, this game's all about cooperation and a bit of coordination as well. So we're going to lift the towel up to send the object into the air, and we need to catch the object back on the towel. Now we need to cooperate with each other and lift the towel at the same time, or else the object isn't going to go up into the air. So we're going to count to 3 and we're going to lift it up. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it went off the edge. Let's try one more. Let's try with mine. Okay. Let's have a go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Just take hold of your teddy a moment. Then we're going to have a little go with some newspaper. Now, newspaper is a little bit lighter, so it should fly in the air a little bit easier and should be a bit slower to catch. So holding onto our towel with our corners, we're going to do some counting. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, as you go on with the exercise, you can stop counting and you have to watch your partner and watch when each other's going to lift the towels. Let's have a little go without counting. Ready? Off we go. Oh, but that might happen as well, which is absolutely fine. Okay, so that's one thing we can do with our towel. Another exercise we can do is rather than throwing the objects up in the air, we can roll them to each other. So let's start with one of your soft toys, Emily. If you put one in the middle. So if you hold your parachute or your towel nice and wide for this one, and all we're going to do is just lift it up, make it roll, and then repeat the other way. Now you need quite a decent gap between you for this one. And you could turn this into a bit of a competition, and you could try to get your animal off the other end of the towel before the person can catch it. But you have to make sure the other person lowers it down. So lower it down, Emily. Just like that. Okay, let's get the soft toy out, and we're going to put in some newspaper and have a little go with some newspaper as well, just in case you don't have a cuddly toy. Okay, we're ready? Holding onto your corners, and lift it up for me. Nice and high, and then it gives it a chance to roll down. But not too high. Oh, never mind, but not too high. Have a little go yourself at home and see how you get on. Okay, let's do a cool down and a stretch. If you can hip walk to the front of your chair, feet nice and flat,
Birds flying high.
tummy muscles pulled in.
You
Start
know
with a shoulder
how I
roll.
feel.
And inhale
Sun in the sky.
and exhale.
You know how I feel.
Okay, I'm going to do a little lean to one side,
Breeze drifting on by.
just as far as you feel comfortable.
You know
And back to
how I
centre.
feel.
And then we're going to go the other way.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
And back to centre.
It's a new life.
Shoulder roll.
For me.
And again.
And I'm feeling
Going to add in a little step and a kick.
good.
Shake out those legs.
I'm feeling good.
We're going to take our arms forwards, hands together,
Fish in the sea.
like you're hugging a tree.
You know how I feel.
Stretch out that back.
River running free.
Open the
You
arms.
know how I feel.
Hold on to your chair behind you.
Blossom
And just
on the
gently
tree.
lean forward
You know how
as
I
far
feel.
as you feel comfortable.
It's a new dawn.
And
It's a
release.
new day. It's a new
Pull
life
your shoulders back.
for me.
And again,
And I'm feeling
into a step and a
good.
kick.
Dragonfly
Leg in
the
front.
sun.
Toe pointing up, sitting up nice and
Don't you
tall.
know?
Just stretch your calf.
Butterflies all
And
having
lean
fun.
forward.
You know
Stretch
what
out
I
that
mean.
hamstring.
Sleep
And then
in
swap legs
peace
for me.
when day is done.
Toes up,
That's
sitting up
what I
nice and
mean.
tall.
And the soul world
And then
is a
lean
new
forward again, just as far as you feel comfortable.
world.
And into a step and a kick. Jazz hands if you like.
Upon me.
Okay, we're gonna bring our arms in and stretch out. Just take your arms as far as you feel comfortable. If it's just a little one, that's absolutely fine. Or if you want to stretch out that chest a bit more, really open up. Back into a step and a kick.
Stars when they shine. You know how I feel. Scent of the pine. You know how I feel.
Okay, sitting up tall, we're going to slide our hands forwards as far as you can go. Relax forward
It's a new dawn.
and come back
It's
up
a
to
new
sitting
day.
nice and
It's a
slowly.
new life.
And repeat. Put your legs
It's a
forwards
new day. It's a new life.
and back
It's
up.
a new dawn. It's a new day.
One more.
It's a new life
Arms down, lean forward
for me.
and back up
I'm feeling
into a shoulder roll.
good. I'm feeling good. I feel
Just
so
keep breathing.
good.
Great workout this week, everyone. Another fab session this week, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to our Active Creative YouTube channel and click on the bell so you know when we add new lessons. See you next week.